We have all the measures in place to protect the taxpayer. And, of course, if adjustments do need to be made, they'll be made in partnership with our shipyards and with the Navy and the Coast Guard.
The honourable member for Timmins, James Bay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Prime Minister has assured Canadians that he can personally vouch for the resident requirements of all senators under investigation, just like he vouched for Patrick Brazo and Arthur Porter.
Order. Order. The honourable member for Timmins, James Bay, has the floor.
Well, they get worried when they get questioned on accountability, Mr. Speaker, and so they're circling the wagons. They're claiming that Senator Patterson of Vancouver actually lives in Nunavut, although he doesn't pay taxes there. Now, 2 weeks ago, Senator Lowell Murray said that if a senator pays taxes in another province, then, quote, he's finished. So why the whitewash? Why will they not stand up for the taxpayer and defend them against these cronies?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Transport.
Well, Mr. Speaker, those questions have already been answered, but what hasn't been answered from the gerrymanderer-in-chief over there is why he and only his NDP colleague have been singled out by an independent electoral commission for, quote, inappropriate behaviour as it relates to the boundaries. It appears he was trying to apply inappropriate pressure in order to conform the boundaries to his political desires because he doesn't want to run on a fair game after having voted against his constituents on the long gun registry.
The honourable member for Timmins, James Bay.
Well, Mr. Speaker, yesterday it was Farrah Fawcett reruns, and now he's back to the duck hunter, so he's going to have to get his Rolodex of excuses out because we're now learning that Senator Mac Harb is registered to vote in Ottawa but uses an Ottawa home address for his business, and yet he signs a document claiming that he lives hundreds of kilometres away in order to ding the taxpayer for over $40,000 in questionable living expenses. So enough of these whitewashes. Will the government agree that any of these senators who defraud the taxpayers will be charged and booted out of the Senate? Will they stop defending their cronies?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Well, Mr. Speaker, once again, the member failed to address the question before the House of Commons, which is why it is that he was singled out in a very unusual step by an independent electoral commission for inappropriate behaviour. He's the one that did it. He's the one that stands in the House and grandstands so regularly, putting himself on the highest moral level, and he's the one that has been singled out for breaking the rules. He's the one that should stand and explain that.
Not have enough data. Rosemont up and keep up, please.
Mon collègue défend les intérêts des gens.
Order. 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 This is eating up a lot of time. Order. The honourable member for Rosemont-le-Petit-Patrie has the floor. Order.